All right, guys. Anybody there? I'll just put the chat up. I thought I'd do a live chat because we've got 100 meg connection now, so I can finally do some live shows. But I'm just going to find out where you are because I can't see. I can get the chat feed at the same time. So it looks like YouTube's actually going to do away with the Hangouts from the notice I've just seen. But if you give me a second, I can't see any comments. But hopefully there's somebody actually listening. Yeah, I'm back in Spain. I don't know if any of you guys follow the Alicante channel because they're sort of very different types of channel. But I'm trying to get away from the corporate life, to be honest. I'm sort of at that position where I want to change career paths completely. I'm just sick and tired of it. that's the real honesty on it. The workflow is just boring. See if I can get the video URL out, because then I can see if there's been any messages. So let me know how the connection's going as well. Switch the sound off so shouldn't get any echo. But when do people think I should schedule these as well? That's the other thing, because I'm on Spanish time. I've got to be careful because I'm actually running a bar at the same time. As you probably notice, I'm literally sat in a bar. So quick mention to everybody. It's a big hi to Chris Gasley, Patrick from Virginia, Soviet Canucks for Chris, Adam Hayes, hi. Chris Gasley got you at 720s, 60 here. That's pretty good. Got a 100 meg down, and it sort of flows between 20 and 25 and 50 meg up. Adam Hayes, should I do live in the Philippines? What's that? Should do live it come to the Philippines? I'm not sure what you're asking me. Maybe put something again. I should live in the Philippines. Should you become a Philippine citizen? It's up to you. I'm going to have some people appearing in a second. Here's my son coming in the door. But I mean, it's up to you if you want to become a Philippine citizen. Myself, there's sort of like pros and cons, like everything in life. You just got to weigh up the options that suit you best. It's simple as that. So I'm just catching up with the feed. I know where I am. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've got to admit, for me, I find Spain in many ways. Glen Roberts, hi Matt, just got off my hamster wheel. How are you doing? Shouldn't you be in Madrid? And not today. I'm not in Madrid. I was supposed to be in Alicante earlier today, but been busy here. Been moving some of the stuff around, and we've had a delivery of some of the stock, so it's sort of been put together, the menu stuff at the restaurant. So it's all been pretty busy. So no, not today anyway. So what's everyone else been up to? Adam Hayes, what's your question relating to? Are you asking me should you become a citizen in the Philippines? Is the question. What is your citizenship currently? Because I can't. There's no real. I can't see being any more upside to being a citizen in the Philippines. I mean, unless there is some sort of tax incentive or another reason that you'd want to drop out of it, it's a difficult one. Neil Bern, best of luck with the new venture. Yeah, it's a friend of ours' restaurant. I've sort of been helping him out get it set up. Sort of like today, we're sitting going through the menus, moving some of the freezer equipment and stuff around, getting it so it's easier to cook and for the menu so people know exactly what we're actually selling, because it's going to be like burgers, pizzas, fresh bread, because the owner does a lot around the organic breads and stuff. So it's a mix of like organic as well as fresh. So I mean, it's like the burgers we do. They're as close to you get to 100% beef, Irish beef we're using. Is it more conducive financially for you to live in Spain rather than the Philippines? Financially, it's easier for me to make money in Europe, but at the same time, if I went to the Philippines, my cost of living isn't that far different. The reason I say that is with kids in Spain, the state education system's pretty good, but in the Philippines, I'd have to pay for private. So that sort of offsets any other costs I have. Chris Gasley, a foreigner should consider before getting dual citizenship in the Philippines that while the Republic of the Philippines recognize dual citizenships, they always be treat you as a they will always treat you as a foreigner. You'll always be an outsider. There's no getting away from that. There'll always be. I mean, here in Spain, they use the word "gilly," which as a foreigner, which is often the same when people are doing a lot of the habit stuff that people get up to as foreigners. You know, like flip-flops with socks, that sort of stuff. David McKean, looking forward to trying this restaurant. We'll be over next week. Yeah, I'll be here. I was actually looking at doing some other stuff today, but because we don't normally open on a Monday, but I thought today, because we've got some new stock and stuff coming in, I wanted to try it before we actually had some customers coming in. But we're actually offering today from about 6 o'clock. We're going to be, 20 minutes ago, we're going to start cooking. So if anybody is in here, they'll get a good deal on the food, because we're actually going to be testing some of the cooking equipment. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you. Yeah, Chris Gasley, the consular services will be unavailable to you from your original country. The consular services from the United Kingdom, I recommend Googling that. They don't do a fat lot anyway for Joe Republic. They do it for business. So you ain't going to get a lot of help from them anyway. There's been a few people that have got in problems in the Philippines, and quite simply the consular have sort of washed their hands of it with it. And it seems to be the same sort of phrase pretty much every time, which is, we have confidence in the Philippines police or whatever. When in fact, the people hadn't even committed any crimes or anything. It was more about corruption than anything else. They were being exploited. But yeah, I have little faith in the British consul. I'll tell you that now. So that doesn't bother me in the slightest. No, Brian, as an Irishman, I believe Irish beef is the best way to go. Yes, it is. And it's surprising how many people actually use Irish beef. Irish beef, the quality has been consistent. Many years ago, I actually ran a Wimpy's Burger restaurant in the UK. I was probably I think it was about 21, and that was 100% Irish beef. Basically, we needed the quality. So it's consistent, which is one of the important things. And people do recognize the quality in the meat. So yeah, I agree with it. Irish beef is very good. So yeah, I'll be doing some burgers. I mean, on the Alicante channel. In fact, I'll share some of the stuff we've been up to. Let me find my Instagram. You can see some of the photos because we haven't actually done much on the cooking side in the sense of videos, but we have done a fair bit around the food we've been preparing. Oh, hang on. Blue bar. We're based in La Mata, so which is basically where we live. Do you have to take a test to become a Philippine citizen? I have no idea. And the funny thing with that sort of stuff is any information I give, it would probably have changed. And it's because similar to Spain, you'll get people say different things regionally. You know, I had somebody ask me about doing a NIE, which is like you sort of use. Oh, sorry, it wasn't the NIE. It was the PAD one, wasn't it? No, it was the NIE. Now, when I did my NIE, which is basically just a like tax identification number, I didn't need a photo. Then I spoke to a friend of ours that did it a couple of weeks back. She needed a photo. And then this guy went and did his, and he didn't need a photo, but it was in a completely different area. A lot of the stuff in the Philippines is regional and down to their interpretation of it. But also they can be a bit flexible. You know, if you know people in the office, you can get away with stuff. But I wouldn't have thought you'd need a test. We might do if you become a citizen, but a permanent resident, you wouldn't. Because it's a bit like Spain. It's only when you go down the route of actually being a fully blown integrated citizen that you end up with extra paperwork and revision and having to know about things about like Rizal and all the history of the Philippines and lots of other bits and pieces. Chris Gasly, add 2 T's where the X's are. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, here's a big question. Why do you want to change your citizenship? I mean, I can understand it if you're fully integrated. Financially, if you're set up and stuff, you could get the benefits of, I mean, Americans, I've got to admit, do get hammered for tax. But the UK, they don't really look at it offshore as long as you don't come back. There could be benefits of keeping your citizenship, depending where you're from. So you've got 2 options to become a Philippine citizen: by birth, where you can adopt it as a foreigner and clothe him with the privileges of native-born citizen. It implies a renunciation of a former nationality and the fact of entrance into a similar relation towards a new body of politics. Foreign nationals who were born outside of the Philippines to a Philippine parent, the parents must be Philippine citizens, and at the time of application of birth, may apply for recognition of Philippine citizenship without losing the current citizenship of the applicant. Yeah, but it doesn't really explain much on the process on there. It just the different types that you can have. But yeah, I mean, it's up to you. You may be waiving some rights you've got access to. That's something I'd be cautious of. Patrick Manley, can I assume that your children are from a former marriage? Are they from your current marriage with your Philippine wife? Is that towards me? No, they're my kids. Neil Bryan, I'm considering starting a healthy eating restaurant in the Philippines, but I've been advised against it. Your thoughts? I would say it depends on location, like anything else. Yes, as Tim just pointed out, Tim Rogers just pointed out, it's location. Because the problem you've got, it's a bit like where we are here, because we do fresh bread, and we have people who actually come in for it. So we do bread that is organic, and we're going to start doing gluten-free as well. But at the same time, the business needs balance to draw other customers in, which is why you need the burgers, hot dogs, and stuff like that, because trying to do it all as one thing is very hard. Doing organic products, you can do that through the mail as well. I mean, that's an option to set up if you want to test the water, is try and get some people through the organics network. Because there is a fair bit of done on the organics in the Philippines. So there is networks of them. You just got to find them, and then you might already have a good network of people that can help you develop the business. I've got people arriving. So I'm gonna have to go, but it's been good chatting with you guys. I've actually got some customers coming in, so I might have to do some cooking this afternoon. But yeah, open in Makati and set Western prices will become a status symbol. Yeah, if you hit the quality, you'll get it. If you're in Makati, is a prime example of a location that you can actually get the people with the cash. There's a rising middle class there for a start. But anyway, guys, if you like the videos, please like, please share. Also, leave in the comments when you think is the best time, and put your time zone on there. There's no point putting like 5 p.m. So, but anyway, guys, have a great time and speak again soon. Take it easy.